Look alive, fringers.
It's 2099 and we are live and loud in the underground. From the streets to the scar. Keep your chip hidden, your gun loaded, and never trade your soul for souls.
Turn it up and let them know.
Big Brother is watching. Time to put on a show.
Hello, Fringers. Howdy, hooligans and whores. Welcome to episode 21 of Neon Trails, Identico Actual Play. I am your game runner, the Caleb G. I am so happy to be here. We're back to a Tuesday night. I hope you got to enjoy a 3-day weekend. And if you weren't allowed to do that, just take the day off, because screw capitalism. It doesn't matter. Thank you all for being here. We love you. It's such great fun to be here. Our last episode had a lot of tense drama and big discoveries. I feel like we might be headed toward some action. But before we do that, we'll say hello to our crew who can't count the strangers with whom they have showered. First up, he's wound up like an 8-day clock. It's Mallo playing Galen.
Greetings, everyone.
Next up, she's waiting for your business in this carnal carnival. It's Wild playing B.
Hot. Hi, guys.
It was not what I expected at all.
That's also what I was not expecting. But now I'm blushing, and I was the color of my hair, and here we are. So, hi, babies.
His articulations of a lover's palpitations are so keen. It's Pete playing dog.
I'll articulate and palpitate your butthole.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what you get. Next time you say whores, you gotta say it like Frank whatever. Whores.
A common whore, dear.
Buckle up for this next one. She'll tie you up with a phone cord. It's Lauren playing Drall.
That's true, but I'm gentle.
That's what matters.
Remember, kids, safe words are important.
Pineapple.
That can get you into more trouble.
So much meaning. I was gonna say, so much more meaning.
Depending. Don't offer him a macaroon. The brownie suits him fine. The frosting is on top. And best of all, it's Ethan playing Mox.
But I want a macaroon.
No, you can't have a macaroon.
No, give him a macaroon. That's
not what's in the song.
Give it.
That's more important, Caleb. The song's more important than my happiness. It's true.
No.
Well, now I feel bad. I'll get you a macaroon.
Yes. Okay.
Stand your ground, Caleb.
I can't.
I know, it's so hard.
He's so handsome. I just want to do what he says. Let's move on with some housekeeping before this goes completely unhinged. Identico is live, for the most part, every other Tuesday on twitch.tv/Identico with episodes of Neon Trails at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can see episode archives, how to play videos, clips, and whatever else Mallo throws up there on youtube.com/Identico. Please like, subscribe, and leave us some comments. Tell us your favorite cookies. If anyone knows what movie I was pulling those references from, please tell me, because it's pretty deep cut, and I'm excited to see if anyone guesses.
He was particularly proud of that this week, too. He's particularly proud of these.
It's one of my favorite movies. I always forget it exists. And then it suddenly reminded me of its existence, and I had to do it. Please follow us on the socials for announcements, news, and everything else. Look for us at Identico and at Humanoid Games. And while you're on the interwebs, swing over to playidentico.com. for all things Identico. The basic core rules, our new module, The Dark and the Divine, books, stickers, and whatever else Mallo finds in his basement to put on the website. If you're live with us right now, I'm sorry. We're going to have fun, I promise. Use those channel points. We're going to get to some rolling pretty soon. Maybe next time. We'll find out. Depends on what shenanigans these folks put me through. Mallo, is there anything you would like to share or any announcements?
Nothing at the moment.
Okay. Maybe later. Maybe some foreshadowing.
Yeah, we'll talk about it at the end. Hang on to the end of the stream.
All right. Stay tuned, y'all. Let's try to remember what happened last time. There was a lot, so buckle up. After discovering the body in the power generator cavern, our crew left for the night as Solace repair crews got to work. I can't look at the camera. They met the next morning at the Barfly for breakfast. As they pondered mysterious events, Paperboy called Drall with new information. They met at the command center and were joined by Dr. Hicks, who had performed the autopsy. After a confrontational conversation, Hicks admitted that his experiments had been focused on finding the limit of how much cyber augmentation a human body could handle before breaking down. He also stressed that whatever happened to this group occurred after his work in the detention facility had concluded. Paperboy became the source of information when Mox asked for footage of the power generator cavern, and B asked for any footage from Solace's internal cameras that might show how the cult member infiltrated the city. When Hicks left the command center, Galen and B followed him to his mobile hospital, while Galen distracted Hicks with an appeal to what might be left of his humanity. B had Umbra place a tracker on the vehicle. Back in the command center, Mox reviewed what footage was left from the power generator cavern's cameras. Mysteriously, he found several different versions of events with lots of inconsistencies and glitches in the data. Paperboy concluded his investigation of the city's cameras and told Drall that there was no footage of the now dead cult member anywhere. They wondered if he was assembled on site, and so Mox checked out the body in great detail. He concluded that the body had not been assembled recently and was in fact made up of layers upon layers of mismatched tech that had been forced to work together. He also found a lot of unaligned internal clocks and operating systems, along with a lot of embedded geological material. Galen and B returned with coffee and snacks. After a quick debrief, Paperboy pulled up the complete medical records of the examination Hicks had performed. Here, the crew found a notation that the body had likely experienced a quantum shift from another location. After debriefing, after debating who they could turn to for advice, Galen made a call to their old friend, Shreddy Mercury. And that is where we are picking up tonight. Galen, you had, I believe, found yourself a very comfortable spot with a good background to display the authority behind you. So you had a little bit of machismo as you were calling Mercury. The phone, the glow is ringing. The last time you spoke with Mercury, I think he answered pretty quickly. This time it rings 3 or 4 times. It picks up. You see Mercury in not quite close to the glow. He's standing back a little bit, and there's a little bit of a bob and a sway to the glow, and you realize after a minute it must be mounted on a drone or something that is following closely behind him.
Please tell me he's clothed.
Mercury is bare-chested. He is... It seems like he's outside. It seems like he's out in the wasteland somewhere. He's doing the thing where his suspenders are off, but still like clipped onto his pants. His shirt's off. He's sweaty. He's dirty. If you remember from a long time ago when you first met him, he had you had noticed some tattoos around his wrists. You now see that there are basically these kind of concentric bands of tattoos going all the way up his arm to his shoulders, and there's kind of like a little bit of a blackout design that kind of comes up his shoulders, like over his shoulder blades and down his spine a little bit. He is he just put something down. Like you can see a little bit of dust in the air. There was like a big old thump right before he answered the call. He's like, and he turns a little bit. Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing? What's going on? You got something in my mouth. Give me a sec. And he motions and another drone comes over and gives him a little water bottle. And he takes a sip and some like trickles down his chin a little bit. What's going on? Sorry. What's up?
I apologize. Did I catch you at the wrong time?
No, I'm happy to take your call anytime. I'm in the middle of some work. We're putting together a new little facility from some of those friends we picked up.
Interesting that you mentioned a few of those. Funny that one of them came and visited me recently.
Stops for a second. He motions, the drone zooms in a little bit. Do you mean one of like the zombie dudes that we got to try to like save and rehabilitate, or one of the cult that we were fighting and didn't want to follow?
The latter.
Oh. God, that sucks. What did those fuckers do? They
Died.
were nasty.
Immediately, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But not before they tripped all of the breakers. In like the entire city.
That doesn't seem possible.
Right?
That place is locked up tight.
And there's no footage of him getting in or out either. And as far as I can tell, there's no tunnel that he dug to any of the generators or power sources that would have tripped the breakers around here.
Okay. That's weird. Hold on a second. Hold on. And he reaches towards the screen and grabs his glow off the drone. And just walk with me for a second. Walk with me. And he's like carrying the phone, carrying the glow, and he's walking. And you can see behind him as he is moving, he is out in the wasteland somewhere. You can't really see specifically where it is. There's no landmarks, but you can see desert, you can see rocks, you can see mountains and outcroppings. You can also see a bunch of rovers digging, moving rocks, excavating, and you also see a couple others like assembling what kind of looks like a prefab building. Like they're carrying big giant wall panels into place and bolting them down. It kind of looks like they're assembling a greenhouse almost. It's like a long, kind of narrow, skinny building. From this angle, it's pretty far away in like the depths of this video call, so you can't really see what it's made out of, but it kind of looks like it might be like tinted glass or opaque glass. It's just kind of interesting. And there's a little bit of a bump and some steps as Mercury is walking into something, and then you hear him take a seat, and you're guessing this is like a mobile command center or a vehicle or something that he's working out of. You hear the door shut. I just needed to get out of the dust for a second, and I figured whatever we're about to talk about probably should be private. So let me get this straight. you are in Solace. One of these cult fuckers suddenly appeared in the city and somehow shut down the power.
Temporarily, we got it back up, but yeah.
That place can't be without power for too long. That's dangerous. Okay, that's weird. Was this just a casual chit chat? Let me know something crazy's going on. How's your day, kind of thing? I mean, I like it.
Well, a little bit of both, actually. I'm trying
Okay.
to logic this out here.
Okay, all right. Sounding board phone call,
Yeah.
right?
Little
Cool.
bit.
right,
Because
all right.
also just a little bit of, we're the only other people that have come in contact with them, so also to kind of give you a little heads up. Thankfully we didn't have any major issues and things like that, but you have a lot more people in your place, so I did want to kind of give a heads up just in case any of these cyber folks decide to show up, to any of the places that showed up to their place, so to speak. Also giving a little bit of a heads up there.
So your gut's telling you that this was like an attack, like they were targeting you.
I can't tell. The thing is, for all I can understand of what we've found so far, is that it just appeared. It appeared near the generators, and then it was gone. So y'all have engaged them a little bit more than we have, and rightfully y'all did not follow either, but was there anything that was off? I mean, that's a wrong question to ask, because there's a lot of things
There's
off.
a lot that was wrong with them, yeah.
Yeah. But is there anything else that's strange that could add up to any of this?
And he stops and thinks for a second. And it seems like he's like legitimately contemplating this for a moment. All right, so I wasn't in there myself, right? This is just all based on the reports that were given to me, the video footage, all that kind of stuff. But my trusted people were down there. Everything we found, all the evidence pointed at that group. Remember, there's two groups. There was the group in the actual medical facility that we're calling zombies that you didn't want to engage with smartly. They are the ones we are building this new facility for, to try to help rehabilitate them. We had them with us originally, but they were reacting really, really negatively to the levels of tech we have in the main facility. So we're building this new spot to just try to give them a little bit more nature, I guess you could say, fresh air. Maybe it'll help. Temin thinks they're just so whacked out on tech, on quantum fields, on communication overload. They just can't function anymore. Well, yeah, that's aside. So there was that group, but then there were these guys. This group, these folks. They were the ones who were in the walls. They were the ones who. I am so glad you did not go down there, man. They had so many traps. They had so many pitfalls and explosives. It was a nightmare for my crew. I do not know how y'all would have survived that one. They seem to be. I don't want to call it like gearing up for a fight, but they were absolutely strapping and bolting every piece of tech and metal they could lay their grubby mitts on to themselves in the most ridiculous ways possible. It's like they were just addicted to having more and more junk in their bodies.
Confirmed.
We did find evidence that, I mean, common sense says they were. I'm calling them a cult. They were. idolizing, worshiping, revering some big ass thing out deeper in the waste that they thought was like, you know, the coming doom, the coming overlord, something. I don't know. They called it all kinds of crazy stuff. There were scribbles all over the walls. So I don't think you met him, but my boy Rail Tenson, he's like my go-to for being out here in the wastes. He knows all these different little tribes. He knows all these people. He's been bouncing around out in the desert for years. He's dealt with these types before, and his gut's telling him like they were moving towards like some central location, and that was probably the tunnel. I think I showed you a video of it.
Mm-hmm.
The tunnel out of that very lowest level of that facility, the caves underneath the prison. He doesn't think, and I believe him, I agree with him based on my experience. I don't think they were like taking missions to murk some folks. I think they were all moving towards their goal. And I don't think that goal had anything to do with you or Solace.
So this is a freak accident, possibly.
I mean, a lot of those things happen out here in the wastelands.
No, you're right. You're right. It's just a... Yeah. Okay. Well, I apologize for bothering you in the middle of the work that you're doing with that, but I appreciate the talk and the sounding board with it.
Oh, I told you, call me anytime. I mean it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep pounding at this particular one and see where we can go.
Okay. If you need anything, intel, supplies, gear, shoot me a message.
I will do. And if you hear anything on that side of it, give me a shout as well. We'll keep each other informed as we always do.
Yeah, absolutely. Good seeing you.
Indeed. Talk with you soon.
Hope so.
And then Galen will hang up and he'll kind of look around the rest of the room and just kind of read the room and see if anybody A, knows who the hell that guy is, and B, if they seem to care that he just made a major phone call like that too.
So did you go into the command center? I thought you were still in the conference room.
Oh, I was trying to do the thing where I was at the helm of the Enterprise.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Okay.
do it that way.
Okay, so I'm going to say that there was so much going on in the command center. It's not like anybody really stopped their work to hang over your shoulder and watch. But there were moments where people were like walking through the camera, they were paying attention. No one really was like, oh my God, you're talking to so-and-so?
Mm-hmm.
But no one like completely ignored you.
Got it.
Either.
Okay. All right.
It wasn't secret, it wasn't stealthy, but it wasn't like a jaw-dropping, oh my God, who's on the screen right now kind of thing.
Okay. Got it. All right. We've read the room and stuff like that. I think everybody else in the conference room, or did more people come out of our group here? Was everybody just hanging in the conference room and stuff like that, or did everybody come out to want to witness the phone call and things like that? Or
I feel like Mox would have definitely followed behind to at least hear it.
okay.
B would have as well. Sorry, Mox. Go ahead.
And so as a result of following you out, when you look around, there's this silence, and Mox is the first to break it and just says,
Did he say gear?
Yeah, actually I did. He did say that, yes.
I thought I heard that, Raj.
Yeah.
Just making sure. Yeah.
I've been kind of waiting to pull that one a little bit just in case, because you never know You know what I'm saying? Like we don't want to be asking for too much, but you know, when the time is right, and you know, we might need a few pieces here and there.
Completely agree. It's almost like being a kid in a candy store. What do you ask for, you know? And if we wait too long to ask for it...
Good point. We might need to go shopping sometime soon then.
I wonder if he has some of those C4 throwing knives that one lady did.
Ooh.
I bet if he doesn't have it, the workshop's available where we can make it, though.
Fantastic.
So, I feel like we are back at square one, where we have a dead cult member in our conference room. We have a doctor who has not given us all of the information. We have a different type of cult leader. No offense, Mr. Mercury. But, he ain't got no damn clue either. What the hell are we making of this?
Well, we have quite a few big players. Like, we have Mercury. We have the Tech Cult. We have the Cobalt Masquerade.
That's going to be a big one.
Right. We have, I guess, possibly, if we really wanted to scrape the barrels, any of the corpos that you guys knew back in the places you were. Like, and if it's for dog, you know, it could be aliens for all we know too. But I really do think that we should probably limit it for the things that are on the Earth first.
Hear me out though, because the alien thing might not be as far-fetched as we think it is. And he's looking at Dog this entire time for it, because he's like, the thing you told me about the doctor's assessment, quantum event. Now, I'm not a scientist at all, especially compared to you folks. What the fuck is a quantum event?
Dog, do you want to take this one, or do you want me to take this one? Or Mox? Mox, you might know too. Not so much. I'm happy to explain. I think Dog might have it. Dog has one of them.
Explain it to me like I'm 5 then.
Okay. You see, in quantum physics, the term quantum event can refer to a process such as quantum tunneling that is uniquely quantum and could not happen according to the principle of classical or non-quantum physics.
Yeah, that made it clear as fucking mud, bud.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I rolled a 5 for understanding. Galen is looking at you with just blinking eyes.
Okay, all right. So, my understanding, quantum physics has to do with things that include like wormholes, time travel, things being in the same spaces at the same time that shouldn't physically be possible due to the fact that it's both matter and energy and all of those things. It really depends on the school of thought that you use, and it also depends on your application of it. We used to use quantum computing for, computers and storage of memory and whatever they did with that AI stuff back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So
it is also within all of your characters' common knowledge that quantum communication is
how
a
rogues
thing.
work. That's
how rogues work. That's how quancoms work between individuals who have that technology.
Right, but would that be something that we would maybe understand because we use it all the time, but not understand what it's how it specifically works? Because we do have a lot of things like that nowadays with technology too.
I think it's safe to say you probably don't know how it exactly works, but the concept of using quantum technology to move things from one place to another in ways that they shouldn't be able to go is a thing.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like it's a little bit for Galen. It's a little bit like 5G. Everybody uses the term, but nobody understands what the fuck it is.
That's fair.
You know, like.
Here you go. Dog calms his mind. It's like, okay, you heard of this thing. You heard of the cat, Schlongendinger's cat. It's.
I'm working with you. Yeah. All right.
Dingers.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm explaining it. Thank you. Different guy. Okay, so there's Schlongdinger's cat. Now it's in a box. You can't see this cat. Is the cat dead or is it alive? You don't know. It's in a box. You can't see it. It could be now classically in classic physics, and Dog starts to get a little more animated. In classic physics, it's got to be either dead or alive. It's in the box though. You can't see it. You don't know. It's unknowing. Now in quantum physics, it can be dead and alive. It can also be outside the box or inside the box. It can be over there, which means some of this rock stuff could be here and where it originally came from. And there you go.
I just want you to know you did a great job explaining that, babe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everything's so much clearer now.
So were you saying that
Cats.
yeah, I got the cat thing now. That's actually super helpful. Are you saying that like this thing just teleported into Solace, or was there the whole time and then just became physical to a degree?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that. Let's think about it. There's no way for it to get in. It's secure. There's no tunnels. There's no video footage of it walking in there. Everybody's like, well, what the heck? And was it assembled there? Probably don't think so. I mean, what's really left if we have this explanation? I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm saying like it kind of fits the description, you know? Like, what's that? It's a UFO. I know it ain't. Well, it don't fly like a plane, so it's a UFO. It's not a plane. Anyway, I'm done.
When a UFO is identified, does it just become an FO?
I've always wondered that.
Or is it an IFO, an identified flying object? Or do you just drop the identified part?
Is it just an object?
Or still flying, though?
Noun object.
I love the path we're going down here. I love your brain.
Asking the important questions, you know.
Yeah.
To come to think of it, that is a good question.
See?
Yeah. They wanted to call it, when they figured out that that the aliens did visit us in like the early to mid 2030s, they still called them UFOs, but they knew what they were. I don't understand. Like, when the government like released all that footage and stuff like that back in the 20s.
Terminology matters. It's all I'm saying.
That's all. Yeah. It just.
Yeah. You guys can't forget that they started changing the terminology and making it so it was an unidentified anomalous phenomenon because they started finding things in the open
That's
too.
right.
So it could just be an anomalous phenomenon instead of an unknown anomalous phenomenon.
I can't
I feel
even
like
spell
this is
that.
freestyling at this point.
It does feel like that
phenomenon.
rap.
A wireless access point?
So what the hell do we do about this? Or do we just dispose of the body and hope it doesn't happen again? Or do we put a lead box around all the generators in Solace? Like, I don't know why it's a lead box, by the way. I watched too many X-Men cartoons as a kid.
Well, I mean, a Faraday cage wouldn't be a bad idea. I could
Keep
see
everything
that.
protected.
Yeah, it would. We'd have to make sure everything is hardlined so that there's no like issue with energy getting out, but Faraday cage would help. We could do some kind of lead shielding if you wanted to. That's more for radioactive stuff. I can't see it really hurting against a quantum physics or quantum shifting. Yeah, I guess it's just, time and resources. I would like to see if we could find out if there are markers that could tell us where it quantum shifted from and when, considering we already know it's quantum shifting. And also it might lead us to a why or how or who, especially since it literally went to our one weak point in all of Solace and affected all of us, which I feel like, whether or not it is a coincidence, it still feels premeditated. So, I don't know about y'all.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like an accident.
So, wonderful coincidence. Right as you bring that up, Paperboy sticks his head out of the conference room. And he trots over to the group. And he does a big stretch. Hey, so I was looking at the trackers. And I couldn't find anything in the city. But I did find things out of the city.
You're going to need to be more specific, my friend. I will get you another coffee if need be. What kind of things outside the city?
All right, so we want somebody wanted me to look at trackers in the body, right?
Yes.
And to see if I could track where through the city the trackers showed up, like making a path. And there's nothing. But if I isolate some of the interference frequencies, there are a few paths I can follow for the signals that I'm pretty sure are isolated to our dead friend. And while nothing is inside the city until it's, in the basement, and now here, I guess, in the conference room. So I guess I did find a path in the city. So okay, I was wrong. There is a path in the city. He was in the basement, and then he was brought up to the conference room. But that's really recent, and I don't think that's helpful. But I just want to be clear and honest with my findings, because, I'm trying. But then, before there is, when you skip a rock? Does anybody skip rocks?
Yes, I like rocks.
Okay. I had like an AR sim for skipping rocks because there's not a whole lot of water out here. So I'm basing it off of that. I think it's a good metaphor, analogy. It's where it's like...
Don't hurt yourself, Big Chief.
I get those mixed up all the time. Anyway, it's like skipping a rock if my remembering of skipping a rock is accurate to the simulation of rock skipping that I've used, because that's my only experience. If that holds up, then what I'm describing for you is accurate. In that, like skipping a rock, there's like a path where the signal from the dead guy bounces, like boop 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 boop, and it ends here. But I think it started, kind of over towards like the Santa Fe Plex and the Republic of Texas.
that's a pretty large area between the two of those, but
Yeah.
Are you so? Wait a minute now, because doesn't Galen remember that's exactly where the black site is?
Yes, he does. The black site was a little bit further south,
Right.
from the Santa Fe Plex, like more towards the Mexico border.
Right, but who knows where those tunnels went to, kind of thing.
Exact.
Yeah. Well.
Thank you so much for getting all that information. Gosh,
It was really
so smart.
hard.
Like,
It was
but like,
really hard to find.
but you like always figure it out, which is like, I don't know how you do it, but like your determination is just like, yeah.
Thank you. I tried really hard. Thank you. But here's what I found, and he swipes up a map, and he'll show it to you on a screen, or an AR display. So you see a map of the southern part of the country. You see where the plexes are all lit up and highlighted. You see where the Republic of Texas is. You see the Mexico border. You see where Solace is, kind of in the middle of everything. And then there are like maybe a dozen points on more or less an arc, but it kind of wiggles a little bit. And it ends at Solace. But if you kind of follow the arc, it kind of takes you down towards Santa Fe and then kind of boop, swings up a tiny bit at the end, going a little bit more towards the northern parts of the Republic of Texas. It doesn't end in Texas. It still ends in this country. But it's kind of pointing that direction.
Quantum, baby.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so I don't know how one person could have traced a line that long that quickly. I mean, this is I don't know specifically. I'm guessing by what I'm estimating to be probably some time codes are like within a couple hours. And there's no way a person can move that fast. So I don't know how that happened. And I don't know how. It's kind of like they touched down. It's like they were like the rock skipping thing. And like
or
that
kind of like they're landing. Like a crash landing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, rock kind of crash lands when it hits the water. At least that's how it was in the simulation I used. You just gotta do it fast enough.
Yeah, we're gonna find you a place to skip rocks for real. I think that'd be good for your mental health. It'll be like touching grass, you know. But we don't have any of that here, so we'll just skip rocks. We'll be fine.
I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try. Yeah.
Drall's real good at it.
Ooh. Can you teach me? Like.
Yeah. Yeah, I could. I mean, sure. Yeah, if you want.
You had to find the right rock, and then you kind of had to, like, get the right hip rotation.
It's like flat, like this.
I have a stack of them at my house. You guys can just use them all. It's fine, except for the ones I painted on.
Okay.
So the timestamps are all within a couple of hours of each other. Goes down or starts near the Republic of Texas. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Do we know of anybody down there that would be trying to mess with us, or is this kind of a small slice of a bigger picture?
Paperboy shrugs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there is only one way to find out.
Well,
Yes.
I'm not exactly saying we need to go show up on their front door, but a little recon probably would not hurt us.
Okay. Who would we be reconning?
Well, I'm hoping they are above ground and not underground.
not our luck.
True. But wherever this little cult went to and stuff like that, whatever they did there, let them into our door. And unless y'all know how to quantum phase fizz whatever that is, unless y'all know how to do that, then we're gonna have to go in the normal way, as far as I know.
Is there like a training video, or is this like something you have to like? What? How do you do that?
Is there a Quantum Physics for Dummies book?
Yeah.
I vote we do it the way we've done all the other things, without really applying and a whole lot of explosives.
I like that second part. I like it a lot.
I'm a fan.
Learning on the job. That's how I became an engineer.
I like this.
Galen,
A lot
your
of
glow,
sense.
Galen, your glow gets a text.
Oh, it looks down.
It's Mercury.
Oh, okay.
It says, "Hey, I ran what you told me past Termin." She said, in extreme cases, an implosion of a large enough quantum communication field could theoretically do what happened. And then a shrug emoji. His shrug emoji, by the way, is custom to look like him.
Of course it is. Of course.
With the horns.
He hands the glow over to Dog and Mox and be like, "Is me anything?"
Seeing the shrug emoji. I fucking hate that guy. Jesus fucking...
Thumbs up is okay, but a shrug.
It's a thumb! What's the big fucking deal? Customizing the goddamn shrug. It's not the fact that he shrugged. Who gives a shit about that? Why does the shrug need to look like you? Is he shrugging so fucking often that he needs to make sure people know it's his signature shrug?
Okay, now I want you to take that energy you just had about that shrug, and I want you to apply that to a thumb, and that's what other people feel about the thumb emoji.
This all started with Generation Z, I swear to God.
That's a long time ago, bud.
I know, and it's all been downhill.
I know, and no one still wants to work.
Wow.
Wow.
All right.
I managed to put myself through college, just working one job.
How many houses do you have, though?
Getting too meta. Get back into the world.
Robots.
I feel like we broke out pretty
Robots,
far.
cyber arms, drones. Pew, pew, pew.
So we're gonna go. So fuck it. Let's go show up at their door with some explosives and at least pay them back.
I'll go get the explosives.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
wait a minute. Didn't we have someone who was offering to give us the gear?
Oh, now see, I like the way you're thinking there. Anybody object to this? At least let's go scout what the hell is going on.
Scout and bird.
Swear to God, if one of you objects to explosives, I...
Well, you see, that's a perfect plan. Let's do it. Psych. Or sack.
Okay, well, then I guess we need to go get some explosives. We need to get some gear, and we need to go do a little bit of recon then.
Are we the Bang Bang Gang?
Guns up, motherfuckers.
Bang bang!
Guns up. So,
All right.
Yes,
So
heavy
we
stealth.
Sorry, that's a different game.
We are putting together a plan here. What type of gear and resources do we need? Who do we want to ask for them?
I mean, if we need to call back Mercury and just say, this is what we plan on doing.
Look, if I were putting together a wish list, we've got 2 drones here that could certainly benefit with some upgrades. A good, couple giant bags full of explosives, various, just kind of a random assembly. I don't care. I'm not picky. We can make any of it work. Those are at top of my list, I would say. What about you all?
I wasn't joking about them C4 knives, and I do think that the drones could use some upgrades, and I also think that the Windy Bagel could use some upgrades too.
Absolutely. That's thinking right there.
I do agree there. It's our A to B every time.
And
Let's be honest. I mean, it's wonderful. It's great. It's great.
You dare?
I didn't say. I didn't know. I mean,
About the chariot.
Everything now everything is not perfect. Everything can be improved. We proved that we could improve it when we last left the Dust Jockeys, because we had some issues there, and then we had to get the demon blood out of it from that one adventure. It's an evolving home. So,
and it's time for it to evolve further. I think that was a wonderful idea, Big.
I like that. Yes. Let's go with it. It's not yet in its final form, as they would say.
Who would they?
Whoever they is. Maybe it's the they that we're about to go pay a visit to. I don't know. Okay. Do we need to make some phone calls, is what I'm hearing? We need to make some phone calls.
Hey, and looks at B. Did Ferdy ever come back?
Well, I don't know. Ferdy seems to be more in contact with Galen than they do anybody else here. So maybe we should ask Galen where Ferdy is, and or if they are back.
Yeah, I mainly was just looking at you because you're closest to her. So
apparently not.
Mox is hearing this exchange and just walks over with his glow out and says,
"Yeah, Drall, I think maybe maybe you should ask Galen. B, could you help me? Is this list
has a list of different items that will be necessary for upgrades to both Argos and B's drone.
Is there anything here that you can think of that you would also like?
Trying to pull her out of that negative thought process.
And with very frustrated and exasperated movements, B's going to go, good idea, and starts adding 2 to 3 pages more of things that we need for Argos and Umbra, and also the Windy Bagel, and maybe also some attachments for their survival bow, and also combat shotgun, and more explosives and C4 knives.
Mox, while trying to keep up with all of the working on their 2 glows, thinks he might have gotten himself in a little too deep. But he's here now.
You do remember that when B is exasperated, frustrated, afraid, and or trying to process something that B does not understand, they go straight to inventing and or listing out and or figuring out better defenses.
That was exactly what Mox was preying upon to get you distracted.
Good plan.
Smart.
I actually just at the moment my mouth opened, I was like, I just completely lost what I was going to say. Never mind, just kidding.
ADHD
Oh,
is
no,
fun.
I know now. I got it back. Yeah, that was a quick one, you guys.
Don't lose it.
Okay. Drall. Drall leans into Galen. You know, I wasn't trying to be like negative about it. I mean, like, what if Freddy's like a double agent kind of thing, and then we can get the help and the ammunition and the upgrades and the. I mean, I guess I really wasn't thinking. Did you hear anything?
No, I don't know what or where she quite is as far as the specifics of what is going on, as far as I know. I could venture a guess of where she is, and if she is doing what I think she's doing, she is in no position to help us directly.
Okay. Sorry I said anything.
No, it's quite alright. Don't worry about it.
She like kicks rocks. Meh.
Are we gonna go shopping here in Solace, or do we need to be making some phone calls?
Yes.
Okay.
I know for a fact that there are a couple of shops around here that can provide at least 1/3 of the things on this list, but I do think that our guy Mercury should also have some of these things, and who knows, he might be able to point us to the right direction for all the other things too.
Okay. I guess we'll start. I'll text Mercury back the list and basically start it with, you're not gonna like this plan, but you did offer up gear, and I think we have some ideas.
All right. You send that over. And he doesn't respond right away. So you as a group can start a little bit of shopping here in Solace. There are basic supplies that are easily available, standard weapons, standard ammo, survival equipment, food stores, that kind of thing. So instead of just sitting here waiting for Mercury, you can all do a little bit of shopping and scrounging and get some of the basics. A little bit later in the day, hour or two, Mercury gives you a call.
I figured I might be getting a phone call from you.
Yeah. There was just too much to type, and I was kind of busy. So I love and hate this plan here. I feel like you're just kind of getting real ballsy, and you're just gonna drive out and see what's up. That's cool.
Yeah, that's about the long and the short of it.
I mean, I've done similar things back in the day, so I can't fault you. It's definitely not going to be easy. I can absolutely cover. Excuse me. I was down doing some of the digging. I can definitely give you all of the stuff. I can get my people to do the work for you. We can, if you want to come up to the facility, you can use our shops. You can use the garage, and I can give you my staff to help you out. Otherwise, it's probably going to take you a few days. We can knock it out quick if you want.
That'd probably be good, because I feel like we need to well, we need to be slightly more on the offensive if we are going to live.
Generally, yeah. That's how you do it. But yeah, if you want to come up, you know the way.
Appreciate that. I know the team will be happy about it. They were very excited to come back.
Will they? Well, I get some vibes from some of your people, my man.
I don't think they mean anything of it.
All right. I mean, I feel like I've been an open book from the moment we met, but I know how I come off to some people.
It's quite all right. Not everybody is as worldly, and some people take some time to warm up to people.
True. But yeah, come on up. Over. Yeah, it's up from where you are. Come on up.
I did. Originally, being in the South and stuff like that, everything's down. Come on down. Even if you're, in Florida. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Come over. Just come on. Come on over.
Okay.
Wherever you're at.
All right. We'll be seeing you here soon now.
Yeah. I'll leave the lights on for you. I used to say that, right?
I believe so, yes.
All right. Let me know if you need anything else on the way. Stay safe.
Will do.
And he hangs up. Now what?
I believe. Well, you guys have done the shopping and stuff like that. Have we gotten everything we need in Solace, or everything that we can procure in Solace?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything in Solace is like the standard sundries. The common gear that, even if it's not common on the shelf, it's pretty easy to just narratively say you've got the connections, the people, call in a couple favors, owe a couple favors. You've got the basics. What Mercury is able to give you is the heavy duty stuff, the bigger weapons, the heavier armor, the harder to find drone equipment, that kind of stuff. The kind of stuff that, if you were trying to acquire it here and now, would be either a hefty price tag or, military spec, hard to find.
Got it. Well, I guess we should probably load up then and head on out. What do y'all think? I know it's not your favorite place in the world, but, we should probably go, use the connections that we have made the best we can and see what we can do.
I support it. I'm just going to be making my Christmas list.
Yeah, same.
That is wonderful to hear, B. Usually I figured you might have put up a bit more of a fight before going over here, but I think it's going to be advantageous for us. I really do.
I mean, I already know what to look forward to. All of them wearing the same weird clothes, acting the same weird way with no actual emotion, and everything being recorded and all of that. I feel like we know quite a bit of their dirt, and out of all of the people that we've met, they've been the most, what was Mercury saying? Transparent, above board. Which, the most that I've ever heard anybody say or talk about those things about themselves are usually the con men. But, we're giving him a chance, especially because he can give us some good explosives and other gear. So, I will reserve the rest of my judgment until after we figure out the rest of this.
She hates him so much. I love it.
Salty. It's absolutely the fashion that started this.
All right. We're gonna load up in the bagel then, and head out.
All right. So, it is middle of the afternoon by the time all of this is said and done, and you're loaded up. you pull out of that parking spot on the top rim of Solace. The city behind you is more or less repaired and back to functioning. Drall, what did you tell Paperboy about your little trip?
This trip?
Yeah.
Nothing yet.
Oh, okay.
Did he leave?
Well, Paperboy was still in the command center.
Yeah.
Doing his job, because while he's not in charge of anything, he's responsible for a lot of things, and he's one of the get stuff done kind of guys. So you all went off on your little shopping trips. You were moving stuff up to the Winnebago to get going. Did you say goodbye to him? Did you tell him you were leaving for a little bit? Did you just pretend nothing was happening?
I would love to have had a conversation with him if that was okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, as we were getting ready to kind of solidify, we tried to solidify our plan, and we were deciding to go our separate ways, go shopping and go, I guess, contact, converse. Words are really difficult right now for some reason. Anyway, we'll get it in post. She goes up to him and she's like, okay, so shit's obviously going down, right?
That's for sure.
Yeah. God, we are knee deep in it at this point, I think. So, me and the gang are going to go and kind of do what we can, where we can. Do you need anything? Do you want me to pick you up any food, or do you need anything before I go?
I mean, I'm fine. I'm good. When you mean go take care of stuff, do you mean fix the problem? It's almost fixed. It's done. We're pretty much good.
More like the root of the problem. I think. There's lots of problems everywhere, all the time, right, PB? And I think that we're at this weird crossroad where we have to decide whether or not we're just gonna let shit be the status quo or try to do something about it. And so we're gonna, and she's chewing on her, the ends of her hoodie strings. So we're gonna do something about it, I think.
Oh. Okay. So you're leaving with the rest of the group to go do take on the problem and knock it around to solve it, fix it,
or
shoot 'em up.
Or yes, definitely shoot 'em up. Yes. Or boom boom. We like boom boom a lot. But yeah, and at the very least, I mean, if things don't escalate they tend to, then we'll just get some information or some more shit that can help in future life matters,
Okay. Well, I feel like this is a situation where someone would say, do you need me to come with you to help you? But I also feel like I don't want it to, because that's scary.
Yeah, and to be honest, I think no offense to you or anything, I think I work better when you're not there.
Oh. I get in the way?
I'm sorry. No. And she throws her hands up and she kind of starts sweating a little bit. No, you don't get in the way. I just, and she looks down at the ground. I really worry about you getting hurt.
Oh.
It's not your thing, and that's okay. I just worry about you getting hurt.
Oh.
And I kind of don't think right when I'm around you, so that's kind of weird.
Oh. Well, thank you. I do not want to get hurt. I
Me neither.
appreciate that.
Yep.
I also don't want you to get hurt.
Yep.
So I don't want to like lead to a situation where that might happen. But I also want to try to help prevent a situation like that happening. So maybe I can help in like some other way. Can I do something from here? Can I help with like where you're going, or can I stay connected, or can like you tell me where you're at and I can try to do some stuff from the satellites, or
And she just holds up her glow. Just be available as often as you can, if that's okay. And I'll keep you informed on anything that I need. And hopefully I'll be able to get. I mean, I don't expect to go anywhere where I can't like get in contact with you. So.
I mean, yeah, these things work like everywhere.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. There was a time in history where they didn't even like crazy. I don't. But
Dead zones.
yeah, I don't.
Imagine that.
Yeah, fuck.
So stupid.
So dumb. But anyway, yeah, I will keep you. I will keep you on the call, and then when I need you, yeah, you're super quick. Yeah. So
He's like doing finger guns. He's trying to be really cool. Like, okay, yeah.
yeah,
Well,
and she puts up the finger guns as well, which makes it kind of that's cool.
so terrible. And then he kind of like turns him into like a very like awkward thumbs up, like, yeah. And then he's like, why are my hands in front of my face? And he like slides them down into his pockets and like, okay, so we can just okay.
Can we see this exchange while
I was
giving
very much wondering
like,
the same
redrag-
thing for future
redrag
purposes.
them away from each other, please, before they
Please.
continue to inflict psychic damage on each other.
Someone needs to stop this, please.
Help! We're in too deep.
No one knows how to end a conversation. We're all too awkward.
Okay, bye.
I'm just gonna scoop Drall and be like, hey, I need your opinion on something. Okay, bye, PB.
Bye.
And then just walk off with Drall backwards. Like,
Okay.
The
So
finger guns
really-
actually cast magic missile, but it does psychic damage.
it's just
yeah,
awkward
you hurt
psychic
yourself in your
damage.
confusion.
All right, so that happened, and that was wonderful. So you all are in the Winnebago, driving out. Galen, the route to the Dust Jockey territory and the facilities is, you remember it. It's in your maps. You can pull it up, no problem.
Got
You
it.
are heading out. It is late afternoon, but it's not anywhere near twilight or dusk yet. Is anyone doing anything special or anything they need to call out while we are on the drive, or is this just normal drive time shenanigans?
Mox is DJing.
What?
I know.
That was from the 1900s.
Oh yeah, that weird scratchy thing that you hear in some of the older musics. Like, what is that called again? And how do you do it? Sorry, I saw a Google search for that the other day from a screenshot. It was awful. B as is tradition for B. It's going to be putting together different types of arrows, different little trinkets, you know, fixing up Umbra, taking diagnostics, giving Argos treats, but also keeping an eye out the window for who she lovingly refers to as Umbra's parents, just to see if they can, like, maybe ever again catch a glimpse.
Sure. You don't see any creepy monsters.
Right.
I think maybe like once or twice you think you saw something out of the corner of your eye, and you try to like real quick look to the window, and then you see just like a weird scraggly tree that happened to be next to a really big outcropping of rocks, and just visually it reminded you. So bump bump, sad trombone. You've been driving for maybe an hour or two, making good progress. It's not that far away, but it's a drive. You know, it's not around the corner. It's a trip. And who's up in shotgun next to Galen? B? All right. So two of you are up there chit-chatting, looking at stuff, looking out the windows. At probably about the same time, Galen, maybe a second before B, you notice that there is a little bit of a blip on the sensor radar in front of you. And you've been driving past other vehicles. Like you've gone past trucks, you've gone past smaller vehicles, nothing out of the ordinary, a couple convoys here and there, a couple like weird slapped together wasteland vehicles roaring across the road, cutting you off, that kind of thing. But Galen, your sensor package here is skillful enough, dedicated enough to pick out some potential dangers. And you see a little blip ahead of you, and it seems like there's something stationary on the road. And about the same time you notice that, you see something kind of flash up beside you, like a big vroom, something coming up like a ditch, and it like slams onto the road and gets right behind you.
Well, that's not good.
Pat.
Should we start manning things? Who is this?
Did y'all install the turrets before we left?
I don't think we said we did.
Well,
Oh, no.
Fuck. Yeah, I would start manning some things.
I mean, I
then.
thought we did, but I could be wrong.
I
I don't know if we had all the parts for the turrets.
Yeah, I think we tried back at the black site, but they were pretty janky still, if I remember correctly.
I think you cut the door for the panel for the turrets, but I don't know if you had the
So that's perfect. So Mox seeing this happen, or hearing it first, going over to one of the Windy Bagel's windows and following it for a second across the windows, watching this car pull behind ours. Mox is then going to reach into his bag, pull out one of his bricks of C4, and start getting it ready, and just starts casually heading towards the ladder, towards the cutout section of the roof.
So, Mox, what you see is, imagine, remember at the end of Back to the Future 2, they had the big ass pickup truck that the other gang had, like Marty's enemies, his bullies, like that pickup truck. Big, oversized, like kind of a weird flatbed on the back kind of thing. That, but kind of Mad Max studded out for the wastes. But Mox, you're quick enough and keen enough with your eyes to see it's also pretty janky. Like a lot of the armor that's been bolted on is really rusty. You definitely see like a car door just bolted to the hood as like an extra layer of metal. Like it's not well put together. And about the same time you're seeing that, and you're getting your C4, so this thing like revved out of a ditch, slammed on the road, big cloud of dust, and it kind of swerved and fishtailed, and it's now like it like hit the brakes, and it's kind of behind the Winnebago. As this is happening almost simultaneously, Galen and B, you can see in front of you that the stationary object appears to be humanoid shaped, but it's real big. So you're coming up on it quick. It seems like it's a Rav.
Would it be covered by, I don't know, nanotechnology that makes it look like it has a shifting chrome cover on it?
No, it's kind of covered with shitty, like leftover scavenged rebar, strips of metal, some chicken wire, some barbed wire, exposed wires. Looks like garbage.
But does it have a flare launcher for a penis?
It does not.
See, it's not as good then.
Without even making a perception check, you are quick enough to look and zero in on the junk. It is not a rocket launcher. What I will do, though, is have folks give us an initiative check. Something we haven't done for a real long time.
Oh. Do you want him shouted out or do you want us to wait?
Shout him out.
10 for Mox.
Uh, 12 for Dog.
All right.
11 for B.
11 for B. Galen.
Sorry.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Drall, what you got?
8.
8. And we've got a... Perfect. All right. Galen, what you gonna do?
He's gonna flick the lights on and off in the
Is that like an intimidation check?
Is Sandstorm playing over the speakers by chance?
Well,
it could be. That's classic these days.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not a bad idea,
vintage,
actually.
Okay. All right.
I just want to say the time difference between 2099 and when Sandstorm came out is the difference between today and vaudeville. So you're playing vaudeville tunes essentially in modern times.
Galen will just kind of casually lean out the window, probably seeing that this Rav ain't moving and this is obviously a setup, and he's just gonna fire.
Okay.
Because he can at this point. It makes no sense what is happening, but he knows the setup when he sees it, so. Hang on, I gotta get dice. I wasn't expecting to roll things tonight.
It is uncommon for our games.
It's because we love the role play, baby.
Oh, yeah. I don't think any of these are gonna hit. That's a 4 and a 6. So the lights and all are distracting him.
Yeah. You definitely succeed though with your pot shots at like kicking up dirt and dust around this thing, and it does skip back a couple steps.
Okay.
You're still speeding towards it within, the split second that all of this is occurring. What's going to happen next is the truck behind you is going to hit the gas and rev up and try to ram you from the back.
It didn't even buy us dinner yet. Jesus.
Yeah, I know. It's so rude. Definitely did not ask for consent, which is incredibly important. If you want to make a driving check.
Well, I'm going to use this other die because those two dice also didn't ask for consent. 13.
I'm happy to do a help, by the way, for driving checks if you ever need.
I just had to look and see how many points I put into it.
Okay.
Math.
So I have like 5.
You got more
points.
than I do. I don't know why I'm driving that.
I learned from last time.
Always important. It is always important. All right, so it's real close. Like you can see it on some of the rear-facing cams. But as this truck revs forward, the bumper is just about to connect with the Winnebago, and you like hit the gas and you kind of swing sideways a little bit, and you just miss it. And you can see that missing it, like the driver of that vehicle almost loses control because they thought it was like a sure thing, and then you juked out of the way, so the truck almost goes off the road again.
Okay.
And that is gonna bring us to Dog.
Well. I mean, Dog's gonna get out the shotgun and blind fire a couple of buckshot rounds out the back towards it.
Okay, towards the truck that's behind you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, give me an attack roll.
Okay. First one's gonna be a dirty 20.
Poof.
Yeah. And then the second one's gonna be a dirty 5.
Okay. Dirty 5. All right, so the first shot connects and it hits the windshield, completely shattering the glass.
Yeah.
And all of that glass in the air, it kind of obscures your vision a little bit with the recoil from the shot. So that's why the second one goes wide. As the glass shatters, the truck was already kind of swerving. It again swerves the other direction, almost completely going off the road. And you hear someone just like screaming and cursing, hanging off the side of this, trying to like brush the glass out of their like goggles and helmet to see what's going on. It takes you a second, but you suddenly recognize the face of an individual you've seen a couple times before. The last time you saw them, a giant nightmare monster was dragging them off into the darkness. It's your old friend Rev.
Fucker has like 9 goddamn lives.
He's put together a new crew, and he's screaming out the window, "God damn it, you sons of bitches!
How
I spent all my money on this truck!"
How has this man not learned his goddamn lesson?
This guy's Tiffany from Adventure Time.
That's gonna make it B's turn.
Yeah, Tiffany or the snail, maybe. All
right, in the split seconds that all of this occurred, the Rav in front of you has stepped to the side a little bit, but you're bearing down on it.
Okay. Okay. And we're bearing down at it. We're pretty fast. Well, B's going to, step 1, turn on the loudspeaker for the Winnebago. Step 2, ensure that they have the microphone for said loudspeaker. And step 3, take out the survival bow and some C4 arrows.
Okay.
And an EMP arrow as well. And then B is going to shout over the radio, "Rev, you got to the count of 10 before I take out your pretty little Rav with these nice arrows that I have, and then come after your ass. 1, 2, and I'm going to start drawing the bow. 3, with the EMP arrow.
Can you
4,
give me an intimidation check, please?
Absolutely. Because I'm big and scowy. Okay, but could it be performance or persuasion instead?
I'll give you performance.
Oh, baby. Thank you, dear God in the sky.
It means kind of the same thing.
I know. So what we did, I got a 13.
All right, cool. So, you are drawing down on Rev, who is swerving across the road, having just been shot by Dog, and you think you see him slow down a little bit. But we are going to go from there to Mox.
So, I have a very important question, and that is, I just need to hear that last part you said again. He's slowing down, as in it looks like he's going to stop, or he's just no longer actively trying to ram the car?
He is not trying to ram the Winnebago. He had swerved to the side after missing the Winnebago and losing control and then getting the windshield shot out. So he is not at your bumper, and you feel like he might be hitting the brakes.
So Mox sticks his head out, in the force of the wind hitting and sees that it's the dust from where it swerved and see that it's kind of slowing down. The C4 in his hand. Nothing. Climbs back down. And just goes and grabs a seat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Never get to have any fun.
Pouty Mox. And then we will go from there to Drall.
She is now seeing who this is and how this is shaking down. Is it possible to just begrudgingly hold some sort of pistol-related action to shoot a tire?
Yeah, absolutely.
If shenaniganry happens?
Yeah, you can hold an action.
So she's gonna see this happens, and she's ready to go. She's like, I'm gonna shoot these tires out. You are gonna flip over, and you are not gonna be our problem anymore. We're gonna blow you up. Goodbye. Bye. And then she sees that. Oh, okay. Well, she was really looking forward to letting off some steam. Damn.
Fucking see?
Yeah. Real bummer, man.
I'm saying.
All right. Back to the top of the order, Galen.
Are we really doing this today? I got shit to do.
Wait, I think it might cut out. I did not hear what you said. I'm sorry.
I said, are we doing this today? Because I got shit to do.
Oh, are you like yelling out the loudspeaker at him?
Yes.
So Rev is trying to regain control. So you hear him like, I don't care. I've gone through too much. Get your ass back here.
Galen's gonna slam on brakes then.
Okay. Give me a drive check.
17.
Oh, that was terrible.
About sums up him. Yeah.
All right, so two things happen simultaneously. You slam on the brakes. Rev is still not in control of the vehicle, and you hear the crunch and you feel the collision.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, in the mere seconds that these combat rounds have happened, another vehicle has been barreling towards you on the other side of the road, and that's where the Rav stepped backwards into, and it just gets completely smashed. So you hear a massive, not explosion, but just a thudding impact, screeching metal. You see sparks flying. You hear brakes slamming as this other vehicle is grinding to a halt. You see it's a massive semi-truck, couple trailers. The impact behind you as Rev is slamming into the back of the Winnebago. You also hear him exclaim, "Oh my God, Sammy!" as he's looking forward at the Rav. The Winnebago stops, the other truck stops, and you hear the grinding of gears, the thump of flat tires as Rev is trying to back the truck up and limp it away into the desert.
This is like a fucking trust fund kid.
Can we go fucking finish them this time? How many fucking times? Come on!
Well,
Yes.
now hold on. Do you want to use it on them or do you want to use it on the other ones? Because
I want to use this one now and then get fucking more.
you know what? It's hard for me to argue with you on that one, my friend. Do what you need to do.
As this is happening, you hear a door open, and you hear you hear a voice walking out. Good God damn! What happened? And you recognize Bill as getting out of his truck on the way back to Solace.
Bill's an MVP.
Mox, what were you doing to poor Rev?
So he's leaving on his vehicle, right?
Yeah, he's like limping away in his car that's barely running.
I mean, Galen is the one driving, so I need to be able to catch up to him.
Can you ride a motorcycle?
I mean, how far away is he?
Oh, in the seconds that this has occurred, he's like 10 yards away. Like the truck is
fantastic,
very damaged.
Then I am just going to want to look
How fast?
the direction. I just want to look the direction he's moving. Take this C4 that I have prepped and just throw it ahead of the direction he's going, and wait. Wait for him to get about 20 feet past it, not past the radius, so that it'll flip forward when I finally... And the whole time as he's just waiting, come on, you fuck. Come on.
Okay. Give me a demolitions check.
Let me fuck this up.
You really can't.
For the story.
Where's demolitions? Or is that a...
That's a standard combat proficiency, so just roll your intelligence for it.
Got it. 15.
Okay, yeah. So you timed this perfectly. You timed this absolutely perfectly. His truck gets right over it. You're maniacal with glee as you hit the detonator. This truck flies into the air, spinning ass over tea kettle. Very, very much Team Rocket blasting off again kind of moment. Spinning end over end into the desert.
And Mox is going to stand there and just watch this happen, and presumably about a minute or two after it crashes down onto itself, we see Rev like climb his way out of the wrecked window.
I think maybe the camera might linger for a moment and then cut away.
Okay. And so as it cuts away, you just see Mox pull Casey Jones the rifle out and just load it and like climb out.
And then back at the Winnebago, Bill is talking to Galen and the rest of the group. Hey, what the hell was that? What the fuck was that? Are y'all okay? Damn.
No, we fine. This twerp, he likes to run the roads a lot, especially he likes to attack us. Because we stopped him from robbing us the first time, and he's taken out a vendetta against us.
Not any fucking more!
Well, as my associate Mox here, is taking care of him.
Oh. Y'all got one of them nemesis, huh?
Surprised he's smart enough to have a Rav this time.
Yeah, he's tried a few other random ass things that let's just say, maybe he's a trust fund kid. I don't know where he gets all the money from to do these cockamamie schemes, but well, hopefully he won't be bothering us anymore.
Well, yeah. I mean, damn. Yeah, Lee's looking around at the wreckage. Wow. What about the Winnebago? You need repairs? You got to go back to Solace? Where are you headed? You need help?
No, we're just headed out for a run and then got interrupted, so we're doing good.
Oh,
we'll be fine.
All right. You don't need to. All right. Well, you know your rig. I know mine. I don't want to intrude. I got to clean up a little bit, but I'm heading back home, so I'll see you around.
Enjoy the off time in Solace, friend.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing much happened while I was gone. Swing down and have a drink, chat up with Ferdy, see what's up.
Tell her hi for me.
Take care.
Will do, mate.
And he gets back in the truck and brings it up to speed and rolls off.
And immediately Galen turns around to the rest of the group. The less he knows, the better.
He knows where Ferdy is.
I don't even know what Ferdy is at this point. So if he does, he's got one on me.
Drall, what you got to say?
She didn't really have anything to say. She just is pulling up her glow, and she's gonna back up to this. Like, so Bill crashed into Rav, who then crashed into us. So there's this, like, just clusterfuck of shenaniganry, and so she just puts up her glow and takes a selfie where she's laughing her ass off with this crash in the background, and she's gonna send it to Paperboy. Everything's all right here. Smiling emoji.
So y'all get back on the road, and the Winnebago's running fine. Like, this is damage, but it's mostly surface damage. Nothing the armor couldn't take. And of course, you're headed for some upgrades, so that's all going to be fine. A minute or two later, Paperboy responds with just like 100 exclamation points in a text bubble. You get to where you're going. You get to the DJ territory. It's been a while since we've touched on this, but as you recall, the Winnebago was given some clearance codes so that you could enter territory without any trouble. Once you cross that line, your regular mapping system goes a little haywire, but you've got the extra map pack that Mercury gave you specifically for the territory, so that activates and you can see exactly where you're going.
We got the DLC directly from
right,
Ubisoft.
Exactly. Yep. Only $49.99. As you are driving, after a minute or two, you see a vehicle kind of slide out from a little underhang as an escort to drive behind you. And you also see that there are a handful of drones flying above and around and ahead of you. None of them are making any sort of offensive maneuvers or tactics. It's common sense. It makes perfect logical sense that this is just an escort.
Mm-hmm. I give him the southern wave. You know, the two fingers from you driving like that's just the two fingers. You know, just the,
yep.
Yeah.
So you get to where you're going. You head back to the facility, and a big garage bay opens up ahead of you, kind of set back into a rock wall. You drive the Winnebago in, and it kind of takes you down a little bit of like a spiral road, like a parking deck. And it takes you underground for a little bit, and it takes you to a big garage work bay. It might have been the same one you were in last time. It might be a different one. You're not 100% sure. But there's a couple other vehicles parked in here, and you see just gobs and gobs of tools, armor, weapons, basically everything that was on the list for the Winnebago. And if you had anything on there for your motorcycle, like everything has already been laid out. Like the sous chefs did all the cutting and the prep work, and it's all ready to go for you. And there's maybe a half dozen people kind of standing there ready to work.
God damn.
As you park, you don't see Mercury.
Not surprised.
But right when you throw the Winnebago into park, a text pops up, and he says, "Glad you're here. I'm taking care of something. We can chat later."
No, I can't do it.
Do it. Do it.
Back. No, I'm not.
Send him a double thumbs up.
But it's a picture of it, though. It's a picture of me just doing the double thumbs up. And then just some text under it and be like, absolutely appreciate the hospitality. See you soon.
I do feel like a double thumbs up picture instead of using the emojis is far less passive aggressive.
Galen was.
What the fuck is this shit?
This is me pushing your buttons, honey.
Like, that's like saying receiving an eggplant emoji is more offensive than a dick pic.
No, it's the other way around, bud.
No, you said the thumbs up image, the emoji, was more offensive than the real life thumbs up. It's the same way around.
Yeah, okay, but listen, you get to see the tone from the face doing a big old cheese in between the two thumbs up versus just seeing a naked mole rat on your screen.
The fuck thumbs have you seen?
Yes, that was what I was referring to. Also,
Oh, the dick! Oh, that makes more sense.
expressly consensual, well lit, and in good proportions so you can make sure it looks good for whoever you're sending it to. Thank you.
Yeah, put some thought and effort into it.
I
Them's the rules.
just use filters on it, makes it look nice, you know.
Oh, like, you know, the dog ears?
It just smooths it out. That's the way you want it to look, right? Perfectly smooth, no texture.
So is that why I heard rumors that your dick has a tongue?
Glad to know word of me is spread.
Wait, hold on. Is that why you got so many ponytail holders? So you can.
We don't need to go through this right now. I mean, do we?
Okay.
Oh, we are so off rails right now.
I'm so sorry.
That was beautiful. Organic. Amazing.
Okay, so the Winnebago is parked. Galen, the individuals that are down there, they're pretty focused, and they give you a hello, they give you a greeting, but they're basically just getting to work unless you interfere or try to take over or anything like that.
No. It's fine. I trust that they are doing what they need to do.
One of them who kind of looks like the foreperson who's in charge. Like they take a quick trot around the vehicle. They stick their head out from the back. Is this new? This dent back here? Is this
freshly
that serve a purpose?
freshly acquired. On the way here, actually.
You want me to knock that out?
It would be most appreciated. We had to deal with some ruffians that decided to get rough with us.
Oh, those ruffians. All right. While that is going on, another couple folks come down, and they're pushing kind of like a big wheel cart with a bunch of other parts and pieces and boxes stacked up on it. And they come into the garage bay and they say, who's got the drones that we need to work on, fix up? We got all the parts right here.
All the parts?
What was on the list?
Mox, it's Christmas.
Because Mox drew out quite a list for the drones for
Yeah.
like
Hey.
some,
All of it? Did you manage to find the AI?
We just checked off the list, man.
Yeah, great. Yeah, did we find somewhere? Or like...
What? Oh, we just need to get to work. Where are they?
Umbra, Argos.
Come here.
I feel like they both tumble out of the Winnebago like balled up like they were wrestling. Thump 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 thump.
Hey, you're embarrassing me. Come on.
Look at the babies.
And those technicians start to walk away. Do you want to go with them? Do you just want to send
think I'm
drones?
letting someone handle my dog without me there? Yeah, come on.
So they are going to exit the garage and head to a nearby workshop that is specialized for this type of application. A couple minutes after that, an elevator door slides open on the other side of the garage, and two folks walk out. One of them you've seen before. This is a medium tallish woman decked out in cyber gear, coveralls, kind of a short jacket. She's got big old AR goggles pushed up on her head, kind of like a messy bun. Her cyber eyes are kind of clicking and turning, and from across the garage, she's waving at Dog. Hey!
Hey.
Next to her is someone you haven't met before. Taller than her, maybe a little over 6 feet. Dark skin, hair pulled back, held up with like a bandana wrapped around his brow. Long, dirty, worn out, patched up kind of trench coat, long to his ankles like a big duster. Under that, you can see some pretty heavy duty desert gear, like some heavy duty survival gear. A couple packs hanging around his waist. Two of them walk over. The woman, Janice Turman, we've met her before. She walks over to Dog and holds out her arms in a greeting for a big hug.
Oh, we're gonna do this now. Yep. Then the dog will hug and turn to Mox and be like, "It's not that. It's not."
Mox isn't there.
Oh, right.
Mox went to work on Argos. Hey, how you been? It's been so long. We never got to have that dinner. Did you
Did.
Yeah, did you? I kind of heard what was happening. You got a little bit of time. Maybe we can grab a bite. We can talk through some stuff.
Yeah, I could use a bite. Y'all, come on, let's get a bite.
You know I'm starving.
Sure, why not? Why not? Actually, y'all probably haven't met. This is Rail. I think the boss might have talked about him a little bit. Rail, this is the group. This is the folks that's got Mercury all, well, I guess excited's not the right word, but you know how he gets. This fella chuckled. Oh yeah, his new passion project, right? Yeah, I'm the guy who was down dealing with those fuckheads in the caves. Jesus. I tell you what, I've been some places, I've seen some shit. This was the first. And I don't know how y'all caught enough of the bosses in eyeballs to get us involved, but Jesus. Oof.
Well, we just trying our best. We about to make a house call on some of that ourselves and just see what we see.
Yeah. He said y'all nutballs were gearing up for a war, pretty much.
Could be.
I mean, I can tell you what I know. And I figured a little bit out, made a couple guesses. I've been doing this for a while, so I'm probably right. But if y'all are gonna grab some food, I can tell you what I know.
Yeah, let's grab some food and have some discussion.
All right.
And Galen comes up and puts a hand on the back of dog. Just as like one of those like I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Wingman activated.
All right, so the two of them will turn back to. Actually, no, they will take you to a different elevator, and they look back towards Drall. Do you want to come with us?
Oh yeah.
You want to hang out? You want to hang out here? It's fine if you want to be here with the work, or you're in the middle of something.
No,
talking. All right.
No, I'd love to explore.
The more the merrier. Janice is like super chatty, super good host right now. Yeah, the more the merrier. Come on. So the two of them will escort the three of you towards this elevator. Mox and B are off in a workshop with their drones and a couple of technicians. There's a group of folks working on the Winnebago. There's big power tools, sparks from welders. You see a couple like heavier worker drones hauling a big piece of equipment, one of the turrets, up into the air towards the top of the Winnebago. A couple other ones have like lifted up, like kind of like forklifted up some armor, and one of the technicians is like bolting it to the side. And that's where we're gonna call it here for these folks tonight. That was episode 21. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for being here in the chat. Thank you, future audiences, for putting up with all of our shenanigans and how far off the rails we went tonight. It's been a fun show. Let's get into our so longs, starting with Mallo.
Hi, my name is Mallo. You can find out more of what I get up to everywhere on the socials at the Mallo Man, where today we just announced a brand new agency called Runnels and Rourke. It is a creative agency. It's a full-service creative agency that helps you with branding and other storytelling bits and things like that. And it's an agency that's backed up by about 25 plus years of experience that most of the time only big corporations and things like that get, except for my agency, where I like to work with a lot of individual content creators, smaller organizations, and especially charities to do a lot of the work and things like that for it. So if you have stayed on with us for this long, through all of the stuff, and you like some of the things that we have done, give me a shout on the socials, or go to runnelsandrourke.com and take a look at that. And I'd be loved to work with you on some of that kind of stuff. I've been working behind the scenes. I think it's safe to say a little bit with that. If you've seen some of our stuff with Daggerheart and things like that, with lovely Ethan and Lauren here. And I think it's probably safe to say there's some more stuff that Ethan and I are working on behind the scenes for their stuff. So it's a lot of fun. I have a ton of fun doing this stuff.
He's so good.
They're not just. I hope they're not just saying that because we got him on the show here.
No.
Nope.
But for real, it's a lot of fun and a lot of pleasure. I know that if you've been with the show this long and stuff like that, most likely you're a content creator in some capacity. So if you need help with your branding, if you need help with your storytelling and things like that, come hit me up. I love to work with folks. I'm just finishing up a YouTube script for a VTuber for their announce coming up soon. So I do a little bit of everything when it kind of comes to that. So take a look for it.
Nice. What a wonderful thing to happen. We're all so proud of you. And what a great payoff to that foreshadowing from just a few hours ago and over the last couple weeks. Wild.
Yeah, so I'm Wildling011. I could probably, use some assistance from Runnels and Rourke, from Mallo's new agency for a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know, man. I've been working a lot, doing a lot of galleries. Go please support your art museums and or art shows, art communities, local artists, anybody you see who does actual art, like legitimate art, not just typing words into a prompt thing. Yeah, go support them. Give them money. Love on them.
Yes. Support
Go
your
make
local
your own
artists.
content. And share it with us because it's the joy of creativity and community. And also go and follow Runnels and Rourke. And also go and follow Ethan and Lauren on Insta and all of the good places. And yeah, hey, I'm putting up a glass show at Bellevue Art Museum. I'm real scattered. Come see it after it's done.
Got this. You always got this.
Thanks. I love you, babies. Thanks for being here. Bye.
Pete.
Well, I will say you all should check out both the Thousand Faces cosplay. Everything is fantastic. No. Everything is fantastic. Every post is fantastic. But also, I will say, having worked with Mallo for the last couple of years on various projects, if you want top to bottom, front to back, taint to tamale service, everything fantastic, like wonderful. Give Runnels and Rourke a try, shout them out, talk to them. You won't be disappointed.
Put that on the website.
That's a glowing review. Tainted tamales. What else do you need? That just covers everything. Lauren.
Hi. I'm just really excited for my friends doing things that they want to do. Whether it's art, whether it's facilitating the creative community, or guiding the future of entertainment. Everybody's just kicking so much ass, man. I'm online. Find me in places. I want to be at some cons.
Excuse you.
Excuse you, miss, who just raised $500 this past weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot. We raised $500 for Pollinator Partnership at Oklahoma Galaxy.
Woo!
This past weekend. And we are going to be at more cons in the future. SoonerCon is coming up. EtchiCon is coming up. All the fun things. I'm going to finish Fern if it kills me. But I'm on 1,000 Faces cosplay and 95% Lauren. Throwing ass and trying to lift my body weight. That's about it. And go follow all these wonderful people and support their endeavors. They worked really hard and they deserve it.
Lauren also just did an amazing cyberpunk inspired shoot that her and I'm gonna mispronounce the username on it, but it's Neo Show.
Neo's
I believe
Echo.
it's Neo's Echo.
Neo's Echo. Okay.
He's the best. He's so good. He's just cyberpunk's so great.
Yeah.
So good, everyone.
So go check that out on her profile because that shoot is awesome. Amazing shoot they did.
And Ethan.
I'm the other half of 1,000 Faces cosplay. We are going to be back on. Let me see. Hold on.
Misty Mountain.
On Saturday, streaming the 27th session, I think, of The Wild Beyond. And our group just found a goblin logging encampment that they are going to try to disrupt. So this should be a lot of fun. And we have a week from today on 1,000 Faces TTRPG, episode 3 of City of the Crimson Tower, a Dark City noir vibe, Curse of Strahd reimagining. So that one's been a lot of fun. You can also listen to past episodes on Go Buff Yourself, our actual play podcast, available most places except Apple right now because they are punks, and I'm working on it.
And don't forget to check out your Go Buff Yourself socials.
Yes.
It's true.
Because you
can follow 1,000 Faces or the Buff DM on TikTok for all of my ridiculous rants about D&D things, or watch our past actual plays on our 1,000 Faces YouTube. Now talk about yourself, Caleb.
And announcements for their future con attendances? What's that word? Appearances. Con appearances as well, to go see those. Wow, words are hard tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying.
All their good stuff. I am on the socials at the Caleb G. You can find me right here for all things Identico, here and there with Farm to Fable, and taking up a lot of space in the archives of the RPG Academy. That is it for tonight. Thank you all for being here and putting up with us and loving us. We love you. We'll see you next time. Same cyber station. In between now and then, please take care of yourself. It is getting ridiculous out there. Do what is important for yourself. Do what is important for your family. Take your meds, drink your water, eat some food, touch some grass. If you need some retail therapy, if you need some talking therapy, if you need a nap, if you need to actually play something, don't be guilty. Don't be guilty to take some time for yourself. You don't always have to do chores. You don't always have to be productive. Play a game, read a book, build a Lego, do a thing. Stay safe. We love you. Do your best to survive, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Mwah.